Hi, this is an ordering system developed using Python. So let me start by entering my details there. Paul DJ, oh man, that's my name, and the telephone number. Please don't call that number, I made that up. The email, let's make up another email. Let's go for .com, that's my email. Okay, the number of white wine 10 to order, number of red wine, and all the types of wine. Let's go for 19, and the price of this, let's say that's $9.99. Okay, this one is about £10 plus, and this, let's go for about £12, 65p. All we just need to then do is select payment method and enter. Click on that. We don't have any discount, so we have our sales reference there, and that is it. That's how this online ordering system works. So you can always reset if you want and just enter another order. So maybe your name is, let's say your name is Bobby Drunk, and telephone number, okay, email bobby@gmail.com, and white wine, red wine, other type of wine, and the price, and so on. Okay, it works just like any other system. So what I'll do now is to take you guys straight into the development environment, or Python development environment. Then we put one of these together and you guys see how to develop something like this, and you can always improve on it if you want. So I'm just going to quit and we go straight into the development environment. Now we go on File, Project. Now that is open, we start by importing the following from Enter. Let's import all there. Then next thing I intend to import is, I'm going to import from TTK, because I intend to use combo box. I should be using some combo box there. Then the other thing we want to import, random. I'll be using that to generate random numbers. Then I want to import time. Then we also need to import the date. Let's import date and time there. Okay, and let's start by giving our program a name. I'm just going to call it root equals TK. That should be equals TK, and we enter the parentheses there. Then the next thing is root.geometry. So in this case we want to specify the size of our framework, so it's going to be 1350 times 650. Then we say plus 0 coordinate. Okay, close that. So which means the system, when it opens, it starts from here and it will fill up the screen. So the next thing we want to import now, okay, let's add our title first. We're going to need a title right there, and the title in this case I'm going to call it online ordering system. Okay, so that is the title of my project. Okay, let's set the background. I want to configure a background here. So my background is going to be root.configure. Okay, background equals, I will be making my background black. That is my background right there, and close that. And right here, let me just run things up here. So the next thing is, let me go to file, save this project. Let's just save it, call it other systems, and save it right there on my desktop. Save. Okay, let's run it and see. It's just going to be a black string. Can you guys see that it's black because I specify it to be black? Supposing I say maybe green. Okay, Control X, press F5 and see what will happen. That's it, green. So you can always specify the color of your string, but in this case I just want it to be black. Okay, supposing you don't want it to be black, you can just leave it there, and the string will actually remain as the default color, which is something gray. That's the default color. Okay, now the next thing I will do is, let me define, you might be thinking, why am I doing that? I might as well define the exit. Okay, for my exit, I'll just enter as follows right there. And let's come in there, indent, and there, that's my exit right there. So which means when I run the program will actually prompt you to verify if you want to exit the system. Okay, now, okay, the next thing I'll do now is, let me define my frame. Okay, here I have all the frames I intend to use. Okay, so I think I should run it so that you see my frames. So have a good look at the codes. Let's see how it looks like. That's how my framework looks like right now. That's the frame, and here, up here, let's enter a title there. Okay, so right underneath here, come right down here to just take it down. Okay, I will enter my title right here. So let's give that a go and see how the title look like. This is my project from here down here. So let's run it and you guys see it. Alright, you see the title there and how the project is looking right now. So I'm going to close that and close this as well. Let's just close that. Now let's scroll right down. Right here, I will enter as follows to create my buttons. So the first button I will create would be, let's go for the total. I'm going to call it total cost equals button. Now I need it to be on the right hand side, so I will then go for this very one, right inside right. So copy that and paste it right in here. That's the frame where I want it to be. So let me pad it, make that 8, and the border, make that 8 as well. Well, for the font, let's make that black, and we need the speech mark here as well. Alright, so put a comma there, and font, I'll make my font, let's make that area. Okay, come in here and enter area right there. That's for the font. Then 16, that's the size of the font, and let's make it bold. Then close the bracket. Now enter a comma right here. The width, I'll make the width 11, and comma, press enter, and let's start from a new line. Then the text that I want on this very button, let me go for total cost. Okay, that's the text I want on that very button. Then background of the button, shall I make it, let's make that white and see. Okay, that's it. Let's just close that and say dot grade, and let's make that row equals 0, and the column will be 0 as well. column equals 0, and just close the bracket. So that is my button there. So I'm just going to copy this, or if you guys want to see what we've done so far, we'll save it and just run it. Let's see. Okay, look at the button right there. Okay, that's the button. So now let's do something else. Just copy that very button. I'm going to paste it in there. I need 4 of those. That's 4 in total, and each of them, they are all on column 0, but the row will be different. Row 1, row 2, and row 3. Okay, they all have the same name right now, but let's change this. This is exit. Let's change that. And if you remember earlier on, the function exits, this very one. So I'm just going to attach that function here. So let's say comma command equals exit. Okay, and I can even call the name btn exit. Alright, so if I run this now, this is how this system will look like. Let me just show it to you guys. That is how it's looking right now. Okay, when I click on exit, do you want to exit? No. You want to exit? Yes. You see how it works? So that's fine. Alright, now we have 0, 1, 2, and if this is 0, this one is 1, this one is 2, and this one should be 3. Really, that's 3. Okay, so that's fine. Now let's change this total here. Let's change that to other reference. So that's fine. Other reference. Just give that a name. Call it other reference as well. And this one, I'm going to call this one resets. So, and that's the name right here. Just change that to reset. Paste, then hold on to your Control S, press F5 to run it. Right there, I have all my buttons in place. That's for the total, reset. Okay, that's for my reference number and exit. Yeah, I want to exit the system. So that's the buttons taken care of. Now let's do one more thing. The next thing we want to do now is we want to start creating all our labels, text box, and combo box. Maybe right here, where I have the right frame, I can even enter my text right there. Maybe we should do that now. But before that, let me just declare the following variables right underneath here. Yeah, I can put that right here underneath here. I will enter the following variables. Take a good look at those. Those are my variables I intend to use. I've named them accordingly so that I don't miss it. Okay, now that I have all my variables in place, let's finish up with the right hand side data. This very one, let me show it to you here. I'm going to enter labels and a text box or entry widget in here. Okay, so let me do that now. Okay, now let's take care of that. So I'm going to call the first one LBL method of payment. Okay, method of payment. So that's the name of my label. And let's just enter equals and enter the widget label there. And I want it inside this very frame right there. That's where I want it. Okay, and enter a comma there. And the font, I'm just going to copy this and paste it there. So I have my font in place. Maybe change the size of the font to about 12. Then the text on it equals method of payments. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm just feeling lazy, so all I do is copy and paste that in there. That's my method of payment in place. Alright, so the next thing is just press enter, then let's define the following. So let's go for the font color, make that black, and the border, make that 16, then maybe anchor equals W, and just close that. So that is taken care of. So the next thing is, let me just copy this and enter as follows. So what we want to enter now is just the grade. So dot grade, and let's position it to row 0, column 0. Okay, just paste that in there, right there. So if I run it, yeah, that's fine. Let's Control S, press F5 to run it. Let's see what is missing. Oh, there's look at it, capital letter A. That's an error, so it's very case sensitive, so let's get it right. And that's it. Okay, that's my label right there. Okay, so let's close that. Now we now want to define our CMD. This is going to be a combo box, so it's going to be CMD combo box. So let's just put that in there. So I'm going to pack it as well, so I might as well just copy and paste two of those. And this one, that will be that will be in column 1, really. Yeah, that will be column 1. Okay, so the combo box, let's finish up with the combo box, equals ttk dot combo box. Okay, open a bracket and specify the location of the frame. That's the frame right there. So I've specified where I want, which of the frame I want it to be. So now let's get the font. I want that. Let me change that to about 10. Now I then need to get the value for this combo box. Alright, so the value in this case, let's go for value, enter value. Yeah, that's correct, comma, then close it and enter equals, I want just an empty space there. Then I want as follows, 1 2 3. So the first one here, that will be empty, and this one, let me call this one, you want to pay by cash. Okay, or you would like to pay by debit card, or you would like to pay by Visa card. Let's go for Visa card. And finally maybe MasterCard there. So that is taken care of. So we have our different method of payment there. Now if I run it, let's run it and see, just to confirm that it's fine. Control S, press F5. There, you see our combo box right here, guys. Okay, so we can select, and we can even select empty, MasterCard, and so on. Okay, so let's complete. So what I'll do now is just to speed up the development, then I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, I've actually speed up the development of the interface. Okay, this is where we left off, the combo box, and the rest of them, that is it right here, that's label. This is entry. Yeah, it's called entry, that's the name of the widget. There's entry and there's text box, but I'm actually using entry. Alright, label. So just have a look at it from here. Okay, take it down. Those are the lines of codes. Alright, and underneath is the button, which I did earlier. Okay, so if I come back here now, press Ctrl S, press F5, and right there, you see that, guys? So I have my combo box there. I have my discount area, tax, subtotal, and total. Okay, now that we've taken care of this, I think I should just call it the end of the very first part of this tutorial. Then we will continue with the rest.